Hi there, Josh here, welcome to FramesPerSecond. We are in Melbourne. Today we are loading up some Kodak Gold in my Pentax K1000 and we're just going to go around Melbourne and shoot. We're also going to a Photowalk. But yeah, Kodak Gold is one of my favorite films, super underrated just because it's cheaper. A lot of people don't think it's as good as Portra and so they don't try it, but I highly recommend it. We're just going to go around exploring, shooting film, having fun, eating a lot of food. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, here we are with my first video from my recent Melbourne trip, and we're shooting Kodak Gold, which is one of my top 2 color negative films, tied with Portra 800. There's something about the color and saturation of both those films that I do like quite a bit, and I do like the warmth you get from Gold that you don't get from Portra 400 and 160, which I feel are a bit more sterile looking, even though like they're a good starting point, the grain's fine. But something about Gold and Portra 800 I just like more. And yeah, you can see it in the colors here. The sun was shining nicely. You get the red out of the wood. And yeah, it's just a good film, and it's a lot cheaper. And now we have it in 120, which makes me really happy. But here we are shooting some 35. And here I was shooting my Pentax K1000 with a 35mm f2 lens. There are times where I do kind of wish I had a 50mm, but overall, I find the 35mm more versatile because you can use it for wider shots and you can just walk closer to a subject and take photos too. Now here I think the color of Kodak Gold really shines, and there's definitely specific colors that look better with gold. I would say sometimes blue suffers, but red, yellow and orange shine quite nicely. And now here we are at a French patisserie. And yeah, it was kind of cool that you could see people creating the food as you're lining up. Unfortunately, it was pretty dark for 200 speed film, so it was on a low shutter speed, so some of these shots have some motion blur from a slower shutter, but we did what we could. A long time ago in another life, I actually wanted to become a pastry chef, but that was a long time ago, and I don't think I have the patience for it anymore. These dishes were all pretty amazing, and the ones I got tasted great, and I'm keen to go back and taste some more. But yeah, I will probably take 400 speed film next time just to get a bit more out of it. Can I please get an apricot Danish, a flan, and I'll grab one of the green lemon. Thank you. You too. Like, if I had endless funds, I would honestly just buy Portra 800, because you can meter it at 100, 200, 400, 800, all in the same roll, and they'll turn out great. And it's such a versatile film. But here we have Kodak Gold, which I still love a lot, but just for the interior shots, wasn't the best film to use, just because it was a bit too dark. And here's this guy with 3 dogs, which, I mean, you gotta take a photo of a dog, it's kind of a rule. And yeah, markets are really nice to shoot around just because people aren't paying attention to you, there's a lot going on, and yeah, you can get cool shots out of it. My breakfast this morning is from Arigato. I don't know if that's how you say it properly, but it's a French patisserie. Got a flan, which I love, custard, an apricot tart with jasmine apparently, and I forget what this thing's called, but it's caramelized. So yeah, these all tasted amazing. My favorite thing ended up being the second thing I ate, which is this, and I can't remember the name of it, but it tasted amazing, and as much as I love flans, which is what I'm eating now, the second thing I had was the best of the lot. It's pretty good. Honestly, I do like the light in Melbourne quite a bit during winter. In Queensland, I find the light a bit more oppressive. While in Melbourne, I don't know, there's just something nicer about it, even when it is a bright sunny day. I think it's a bit more directional and less like coming from the top. And maybe that is because you're on a lower part of the earth, but that could just be something I'm making up. Now, I really loved the color of this place. The reds were just popping out quite nicely, so I had to take a photo. And I think this might be my favorite from the roll, just because the colors just come out nicely. And you actually do get some sky color, which is nice. This was a fun little photo walk organised by Photographers Anonymous. I recommend checking it out. They're mostly based in Sydney, but they do things around Melbourne and some other cities too. So I definitely recommend checking them out if you're in Australia. But yeah, I just want to see how the colours of the leaves came out, and they came out nicely. Obviously this is winter, which really looks more like autumn in other countries. Because it gets cold in Australia, but it doesn't get freezing really. In Melbourne, the week before, it might have got to like 1 degree
Oh yeah, there's a covered car.
Celsius, but this week was actually decently warm. So we're playing with the Instax back on an RZ, and I'll see if I can get the Instagram photos I took of the Instax images. If I forget to put them on, forgive me. But yeah, I forgot to get a close-up with my GoPro.
It does get a little bit stuck, yep. There you go, golden. Spot on. Great.
Amazing.
You got an Instax.
Yay.
I'm going to go through all the cameras that I'm like lusting for.
Look at that. Oh, a little bit of a lightning. I think it may have been in the back of the right camera here, so.
There you go.
And so there was something about this man's red kilt and the red on the bin that just I liked. Even though it was better in theory than in execution. And here's where I would have preferred a 50mm just to get a bit closer to the birds without scaring them away. And same with here, there's this swan that's kind of just peeking its head out. And this is my friend Guste, who is from Lithuania and will appear in some future videos, so keep an eye out for that. And this, I just kind of like the reflection of the warning tape in the puddle, and so I thought that was kind of a nice thing. And yeah, some of these shots, I'm just like, looking back on it, I am like, I don't know why I took it, but I did.
One of the themes should where you want to. Can we add another one? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. Maybe holding like the two on each end. Yeah. Bam.
Then, for some reason, we all just kind of became fixated with this giant cactus. And then I thought it would be funny if my friend Tennille pretended to bite one of the ones that looked like they had a bite from them.
Wait, I need to wind a rip. Oh wait. Lol. Okay.
So yeah, this is one of the early rolls I took on the trip. I did shoot a roll the night before, which will be another video, but I just thought this would be a good one to start off with from my recent Melbourne trip that I took in July. But yeah, nothing super impressive on this roll, but it was just kind of like a fun day, shooting some film and having fun in the sun. Hope you liked the videos. Please let me know your thoughts on the film, the images, cameras, and the comments below. Feel free to like and subscribe to this post notifications sooner when there's a new episode. Anyway, I'm Josh. This has been FramesPerSecond. Get out there, shoot some film.